Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 3 of Heroes Battlegrounds TV. I'm very happy to see you all back here, and I'm super excited to get into today's episode, so I'm not going to waste any more time. Alright, time to waste more time. I have to thank everybody again, because I know I said this all in the last episode, but seeing our passion project, me and the other editors, take off in this way is completely unbelievable to us. I cannot stress it enough. Thank you guys so much for your support on this series. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much for liking the videos. Thank you so much for all of your support. The second episode already has 1.2 thousand comments, which is just insane to me. In 48 hours, the second episode managed to double the amount of comments from the first one in the first 48 hours of its release. What? And we have been reading through all of them, and we have been making some changes to the show to fit and appease as many people as possible. So please enjoy the rest of the episode. Now, I'm going to be honest. Ever since we opened up the clip submission channel, it has been like 4 times more flooded than it usually was when it was Patreon only, which is a good thing. That just means I have a lot more clips to go through, but my God, I am so sorry if some of you guys don't get picked, even if your clips are funny, because there are just so many more to go through now. And I did see the comments, don't worry. Some people in the last episode did not like the editing style of the clips, which I get. My editing style is I just kind of hop on Adobe Premiere and stim for like 2 hours and then just upload whatever I have. So I completely understand being averse to it, and we have done our best to tone it down a little bit in this episode. So here's hoping it's just enough to keep the keys jingling in front of people with low attention spans, but it's not too much to turn people away. But first, I get to show off clip of the week, everyone's favorite. Yay, wahoo! This week's clip of the week comes from user Solarius1325. And I'm going to play it out first, just so you guys can see it, and I'm going to talk about it after. What the fuck was that? What? This is another, like, from the first episode, that Todoroki player from the first one. I just... incomprehensible, the things some people do in this game. I have no idea the scope of what some of these players can do, because what? What are we talking about?
Marathon, bro. Holy. Bro, you do not have aura, bro. On my mama, you don't have aura. On my mama.
Now, before we move on to discussion, I am going to take a break really quick, and I'm going to give this episode its own segment about something I'm very excited to tell you guys. We're going to be having tournaments. I know, I mean, we'd already started doing the setup work for it, even before we posted the last episode asking about your guys' opinion on it. But fortunately, you guys were interested in the idea, so our preemptive work didn't go to waste, which was awesome. But they will be hosted bi-weekly, so once every 2 weeks, and they will be hosted on Sundays at about 1 to 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. They will be streamed live on this YouTube channel and also on the Heroes Battlegrounds Twitch channel, so feel free to go follow over there if you prefer Twitch instead of YouTube. They will be 32 players in a bracket-style format. So it'll be a bunch of 1v1s up until the last 2 people are left standing. And there will be a loser's bracket if time allows, because I would love to keep streaming for as long as possible and talk to you guys for as long as possible. If you guys are interested in it, we can also alternate between 1v1 tournaments and 2v2 tournaments. But 2v2 tournaments would require, like, way more setup on my end. So I won't do it unless you guys show wicked interest in it. So let us know in the comments, please. You will unfortunately need Discord to partake in the tournaments because that's just how the thing is set up. And I've seen some comments talking about people who don't have Discord. I don't know how in the big 2025, but I am sorry. It would be pretty much impossible to run this whole thing and have it all go smoothly live every 2 weeks without using Discord in some capacity. So I'm really sorry for those people who don't have it, but that's just the way things are. All right, now we can move on to the discussion segment. Sorry for that little interlude. I had to share my excitement about everything. And I will note, production of the show does take a few days. So if you don't comment something within like the first 2-ish days of an episode going up, we probably will not be able to include it in the video just because of how long producing an episode takes, because we have to start way in advance. As of recording this, episode 2 hasn't even been up for 3 whole days yet, so just wanted to let you guys know that that's how that works. I'm going to try to get through a couple more comments in this video because the notes I received from editor were that I yapped too much, so I'm going to try to cut that down. So first comment we have is from What SSY. It's like say, but it has an extra S and then a dash. They said something I think about every day because I'm an editor. It would be so nice to be able to do this. I think picking or assigning a friend or assigning a specific outfit to show up in kill emotes or anything that brings in a friend would be so nice. I remember I was working on something that you guys haven't seen. It's kind of in the dumps right now, but I had to redo the Bakugo 10th torch animation like 30 times to get the right friend to show up in it. Breaking news! We have another sneak to show you guys. I really hope you like it. Please take a look. Next comment we have is from Scrillius Gimpus, and they're talking about how when you ult as Warp, you get his weird, like, neck bodyguard metal shield thing, and it just kind of looks weird. I'm not a huge fan of it. I get why they did it. It's fine enough, but it looks really weird on certain avatars, and I just wish there was a way to get rid of it at all. You know what I mean? This comment comes from Dr. Peppercan, and they were asking if we would ever be interested in having content creators on the show for interviews or for anything like that. And I would personally really enjoy it. I think having guests on this show would be super fun. I think it would make for a cool, like, special episode of HBTV that we can do every once in a while, or we'll have on someone, and maybe I can play with them and they can absolutely dunk on me for like 10 minutes as we shoot the shit and just kind of talk about the game and the development and whatever opinions they have, whatever thing they want to talk about. I think it would be fun. I don't know if there's anybody out there who would be interested. If you guys as the viewer have anyone you want to see on the show, please leave their username in the description. I'll reach out, I'll check them out, I'll see if they'd be a good fit on the show. If anybody wants to be on the show, you can ask. I'm sure I'll see the comments. I read all the comments, so shoot your shot, man. Please, I'm begging. And then the other part of this comment was interviewing tournament winners, which I also am more than willing to do. I was in fact thinking about having the big #1 winner as a guest on the show, but then we can do some less formal post-game interviews for other people who are in the tournament. This comment comes from Kafka MP4, and it's just kind of like a general overhaul, wink, I can't say that. It's not overhaul. I have no idea. I thought it'd be funny. A complete, like, redoing of Vigilante Deku, because it's so weird that despite the era of the show or the manga he's based off of, he doesn't really use any of his other quirks other than Black Whip. I get, like, putting Smokescreen in a game like this would just kind of be weird, but I think Danger Sense is a good counter, as they said, #4. I just kind of wish they did more with his other quirks instead of just Black Whip. And then the thing they did with Black Whip, I hate Black Whip in game. It pisses me off. This comment comes from Stronger Than Ever 612, and it related to something that I had already kind of had in mind before HBTV was super specifically a thing. I was thinking I could record an overview, an update before it comes out, and then we could post the video alongside the update for people who don't want to open Roblox, can't open Roblox and see what the update is. I can overview it for them, and they can still see everything working in game. So if that is something you guys are interested in, please let me know. I can pursue that idea anymore because it's kind of laying dormant right now in the back of my mind. Last comment I have is from Shadow Plays 1585, and I picked it because I don't know how popular of an opinion this is, but I love Shigaraki's moveset. I loved it from the first time I used it. I love all of his moves. People say he's weak. I have no opinion on that because I just play who I think is fun. Counter base kit. Mwah! Perfect. But I will say, I didn't watch My Hero before I started playing this game, and then after watching My Hero, I was a little let down looking back on Shigaraki's moveset, because it is a little dull. Sorry, devs. Love you guys. You make a great game, but I have to speak my mind. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. And that's it for reading comments, because looking at my Audacity file, this has been a very long portion of my recording so far. So, as for the discussion topic of the next episode, as we get closer and closer to the release of this very long-awaited update, we just want to hear what you guys think about it when it finally comes out. I want to hear all of your opinions. I want all of them down in the comments. Did you think it was worth it? Did you think it could have spent more time in the oven? Is there anything you missed? Anything you wish that was in the update? I want to hear everything you have to say about this update, okay? Also, since you made it this far into the episode, you're the target audience for the other question. Would you guys be interested in an isolated Heroes Battlegrounds TV Discord server? It would also be related to setting up the tournaments just to make it easier on me, but it would have increased interactions with me, it would have increased interactions with editor, everything like that. We want to know if you guys would be interested in anything like that. And that is it, unfortunately, for this week's episode. I do want to call some attention to this outro thing behind me because, oh my god, look at how many of you guys are here. That's insane. That's still so crazy to me that so many of you guys are here. I will never get tired of these comments. You guys make me laugh so much when I'm reading through them sometimes. So please leave more comments to let us know that you are here and that you'll be there for us on the very next episode of HBTV. Have a great night, guys.